Hi everyone and welcome. In this video, we'll discuss CRUD operations. Let us dive into coding exercises. Please open the previous project we were working on. You can find it on the GitHub link below. I'll open the project in IntelliJ. I'll go to the entity class and copy all the fields except for the ID one. I'll copy this. Let us start by creating a new package model and a new class user model. Package model, and that package will create a new class user model. I created this model class to facilitate transfer of data. We'll get to understand it better in this demo. I'll click on add. Let us paste all the fields here. Let us create getters and setters. Now let us create a controller package with an user controller class, package controller, and a new class user controller. Let us annotate the class with @REST controller. Now create a post mapping. It will handle all the post requests coming to this URI. Post mapping /user/create. There will be a URI. Import the method. Let us create the method. We can call it as create user. It will take @request body. We will use request body to pass in the data of type user model. This annotation is very handy for binding requests with a domain object. In our case, this is user model. We'll name it as model also. Now let us stop here and go and create a new package called service. Let us create a new service class user service. Annotate it with @service. Let us define a new method create user which takes in an argument of type user model. Create user model. Import it. Now we can assign all the values from the model class using the setter methods. We'll create a new user with the keyword new. User.firstname model.get first name. User.set last name. User.set mobile model dot. Yeah, I think I'm making a mistake here. It should be get mobile. Model.get mobile. Get last name. So, and user.set email model.get email. Here in the user service, we will auto-wire the user repository, and then we'll use the same method to save the new user what we have created. Save user. Once this method is executed, a new row will be inserted in our table. Now let us go to the controller. Let us finish the controller and run the application. Let us auto-wire the user service. We'll call the create method. We'll pass in the model. Now a small recap on what we have done. We have created a model class which is used for data binding. Then we created a controller with a method that handles a post request, and then we went on to create a service class with a method to create user. And let us check on the database. We do not have any table here. Now let us run the application. Application is started and is running on port 2003. Let us check the database, refresh it. Yeah, we can find the table t_user. All the fields are in place. But we do not have any data. Now let us open Postman. I am familiar with it. That's the reason why I am using Postman. You are free to use any other REST client of your choice. Now create a post method, localhost 2003/user/create. Click on body, raw. We'll make the text to JSON. Always make sure the name matches the fields of the model class. First name, last name, mobile and email. Having said that, I made a mistake here. I put N in small letters. It should have been in caps. But let us see what happens. Now let us fire the query. You get a status code 200 OK here. Let us check on the database. Refresh it. Now you have John at mail.com, but the first name we have it as null. That's the reason why always the fields of the model class should be matching with what we are entering. So let's go back and correct it. You can see the data has been inserted correctly. So always make sure the fields are always same as the model class. We'll find the SQL query on the console here. So everything is working fine as expected. Now I have a requirement. I want the email ID to be unique. That is, no duplicate entry for email ID. I can achieve this by setting the unique flag true with the @column annotation. But before that, let us check it with an if statement. This will introduce you to custom finder methods and the java.util.optional class. So let us go to the repository and define a find by email method. We'll be using optional user. Optional object is used to represent null with absent value. It has methods like isPresent to check whether it has value. Actually, we don't have to check for null when we are using optional here. So we'll go with optional. You can see all the finder methods. Find by email, and you can add any other fields over here. You have all the options. You can see all the options here. Email less than, email greater than. Comes with many options. Now let's finish defining it. String email will be passing in the email. Now we'll go to the user service. We'll have a if-else statement here. We'll check whether the email is present or not. If the email is not present, we'll be assigning all the values and saving to the repository. User repository.find by email. We'll get it from the model class model.getEmail and check for is present. There is a method that comes with optional dot is present. If it is present, I'll just print it on the console that we are having the email already in the database. Else we'll start executing the other statements. The email is already present. Else we'll go with this. Now let us run the application. Application has started. Open Postman. We'll check in with the database before anything. Refresh it. The tables should be clean. Yeah, no data is there. Now let us click on the send method. You are getting a status 200 OK. So everything is working fine. Check on the table. You will have the data inserted. Go back to Postman. Click on send once again. Let us see what is going to happen. Again we are getting a status 200 OK. But if you come here, you will find no data is inserted. Let us check on the console. We get the message, the email is already present. So everything is working fine as expected. Now I have a concern. It is regarding the status message. I need a human readable message. Forget the status code. I need to know whether the user is created or not. Let us format the status message. We will use response entity class to accomplish the goal. So let us start. We'll go to user service. We'll change the return type void to response entity of type object. It has got many static methods so that you can format your return types. You can control anything that goes into the response: status code, headers and body. Here we are setting the body for response. Fail creating, we'll make it fail creating user. Fail to create user. Here too we'll have a response entity. Which is okay. It is a success message that we are sending. Now let us go to the controller. Let us change the return type from void to response entity of type object. Let us return the value. Let us run the application. We'll check for the return type. Refresh the database. Nothing is there. Now we'll click on send. User created successfully with a 200 status code. Click it once more. The email is already present, and if you can see the status code, it shows 404, 400 bad request. Sorry. Now let us make the email field unique. We will do a slight modification in our entity class. Let us introduce the unique constraint and make the email field unique. It is @column unique equal to true. By default, unique is false. We'll open the user service. We'll comment everything in the if statement and the else statement. Just to see what is happening with the unique introduced into the entity class. Now let us run the application. To start it, we'll click send. User created successfully. Once more, you will get a unique constraint violation exception. You're getting a constraint violation exception. Could not execute statement. So everything is working as expected. We are getting all errors here. Now let us go back and set everything back to normal. Remove the comments. Run the application again and see if everything is okay. Click send. User created, and the other error message what we have defined will come. If you click on send again, the email is already present. So everything is working fine. Actually, this demo was planned to accommodate all CRUD operations, but took a little bit to put things in the groove. We'll finish off with the read, update and delete in the next video. Please stay updated with these demonstrations. It's good if you can watch all this video. Thanks for watching this video. If you like this video, please do subscribe to my channel. Stay tuned for the next release. Bye.